Good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Kenetickarma. I'm Karen, and I thank you for being with me this morning. I'm doing a daily read, and today I'm working with ruins. I'm getting to know and use the ruins, and I love the energy. They're awesome. I'm just learning how to pronounce the names and so forth and so on. So I pull the ruin before I come on, and today's ruin is Gebo. G-A-B-O, and it stands for gift, and it's an X. Can you see that? It's kind of hard because these are crystal balls that the ruins are inscribed on, and I love them because they're in this little bag, and when I move them around, usually, no, not usually, but always, one just pops out like I'm the one, and I love it. I'm really connected to them, so that's a great thing. So the ruin is Gebo, and that's what we're gonna focus around, about gifts. My gifts, your gifts, you getting a gift, you giving a gift, gifts. Yeah, gifts. So I like that. I hope you guys do too. It's a great way to start the day off. I'm gonna start off using the Crystal Grid Oracle Spiritual Guidance using Nature's Tools by Nicola McIntosh. It's a new deck that I have, and oh my God, I ordered some decks on a whole nother tip that are coming, and you guys are gonna love them. Oh my God. At any rate, thank you, Mother, Father, Spirit. Let me say a prayer. Okay, so as I was praying, I heard, rock me like a baby, rock me like a baby. I don't know what that message is about, but maybe some of you have babies and you're rocking them, or maybe some of you need rocking like a baby, the comfort, the compassion that a mother has for a newborn child, you know. But that's what I heard. And today's card is Nature Cycles, and it's malachite pentagram. I'm not familiar or really all that up on gridding. I do a little. I'm getting more into it. That's why I'm using these cards, because I find when I get an oracle or deck that has examples and talks about the different stones and designs and ways in which you can generate energy through gridding, it's helpful. So that's why I have this deck. So Nature Cycles, malachite pentagram. So concerning, when I look at this star, this pentagram as they call it, I always see a person, because this is the head, these are the arms, and these are the legs. That's how I see it. And malachite is in the center. And I'm not sure what the actual properties are of this stone, but let's see. Maybe the book will tell us. Nature Cycles Protection Divas. Malachite pentagram, quartz, aventurine, black agate, and optical calcite are the stones that are used. The pentagram has long been a symbol of balance between the 5 elements and how they work in harmony with each other. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, each: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Traditional Chinese medicine also uses it to represent their 5 elements: earth, metal, water, wood, and fire. Drawing this card means it's a time to find balance within yourself and reconnect with nature. Listen to what your body tells you. and what others see in you. Get in touch with nature by helping the environment, learning about herbs, going for bushwalks. That must be in Africa. Bushwalks? Going for bushwalks, gardening, and so on. Okay. Forgive me. I just think, I don't know who wrote this book or where they are, but it's not obviously in the U.S. because we don't use that term bushwalk. Okay. We go in the woods. There are so many ways in which we can get back in touch with nature that allow us to become more in tune with ourselves. By holding and meditating with malachite, we can start to become attuned again. Remember, we are also part of nature. There is no separation. Being a green stone means malachite also works on the heart chakra, which is how we connect to nature and the world around us. If you wish to make contact with nature spirits like the Fae, the fairy kingdom, you need a pure heart. You cannot trick them. They see through all your guises. Malachite is also an extremely beneficial stone to bring issues and toxic thoughts to the surface, which leads itself as an unlucky stone for some. If you truly wish to grow and let go of that which does not serve you or is sabotaging you, then work with malachite. So in other words, if you don't want to really see then don't work with malachite, because malachite is serious and it will bring up your stuff. That's like a warning. So just for those who are not, you just playing, you just looking, you just, side swiping. Nah, this pentagram and working with malachite and the nature spirits is serious. So if you go into nature, it's always a good thing when you go on a walk or when you go through and enter a space in nature, like when you just come into like a park or a cave or a beach. It's always a really good thing to acknowledge the nature spirits, to acknowledge everything that's in the space that supports the space and has you enjoy the space. And it's a good thing, I think, to ask for protection and to be allowed in the space in a safe and welcoming way. Otherwise, you just bombard and trump all over the space and, with disregard to the nature spirits, with disregard to nature, to the trees, to the flowers, to whatever it is that you are partaking of, and you don't acknowledge and you don't show gratitude, things happen. So in order to protect yourself at each step that you take, when you go into a new situation, it's always a good idea to ask for protection, and especially in nature, and that you can go through and experience and partake of what she has to offer in a very harmonious way, in a very I want to say equal way, like she's giving to you and you're giving to her, nature. Yeah. So and also with the stones, when you're working with crystals, you want to recognize that, everything has a spirit, everything has energy, and ultimately we are no different than anything, even if it's more solid than we are, like a stone. We're no different. We're not separate from the stone. Technically, we can't perceive that, but actually, when you get down to the, the nano level of shit, you're no different. It's just energy. Everything is energy and everything is connected. So, when working with stones, ask for their permission. Ask for your intention, them to help you with your intention, the energies of the stone to help you. Not like the stones are people like you and me, or, you know, you're not crazy or anything, but like it is an energy. And it is a concentrated energy, and it's there for a purpose. And if you want to access that purpose, then act like it and acknowledge, you know, acknowledge the stones, acknowledge the crystals, program your crystals, cleanse your crystals, nurture your crystals by, you know, bathing them in the moonlight, bathing them in the sun as you would yourself, okay? Because we all need Mother Earth's energy, is what they're saying. And it comes in many different ways. And so whatever it is that you're in need of, if you're in need of the solar energy, which is external, the sun, you know, which is really put out male energy. If you're out of balance and you need more action and activity and forward movement and external movement in your life, then, you know, deal with the sun and stones and crystals that are representing and harnessing the energy of the sun. If you're dealing with or lacking or out of balance with your feminine side, then deal with the moon energies, which is more internal, and stones that represent that moon energy and harness that moon energy. Those are the stones you want to deal with. So it breaks down to very, very basic levels. And you can do this. You can do this for yourself. You can heal yourself. You can balance yourself. You can have all of that. And all of that is, in terms of working with nature, the gift. It's the gift. You know, Mother Nature is such a gift. It's the greatest gift that we have because it keeps us alive. It keeps the planet going. Without Mother Earth, without the sun, without the moon, where would we be? You know, give thanks. So those are the cards there. And I can't do a nature reading, and I have pre-selected these cards. I'm doing Colette Baron Reed, the Spirit Animal Oracle. I can't do a nature reading without these cards. Of course, they're part of this spread. And what they're showing me is I'm going to do a directional spread here. So we're going to do the east, the south, the west, and the north. Wow. Okay. So the cards that we have for the east are Pig Spirit. For the north is Horse. For the west is Owl. And for the south is Mouse. Now, keep in mind, these are gifts that these archetype animal cards have for us in terms of ways of being, in terms of energies that we may be able to access, we may want to access in order to support us with what it is that we're working with. If we're working with the moon, again, energies, feminine energies, then we're looking at the north. Because the north is the cool part. The north is the opposite of the south, which is the sun, which is the external. So keep those things in mind as you're hearing and listening to these archetypes and the directions that they're in. So for now, we're going to start with the east. And the east is Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Card number 47. Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence. A gift. A gift. It says a gift. Oh my God. A gift we all have that is meant to be used with love. Your mind. Compassion and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intention, of intuition, patterned with smarts and common sense. which leads to intelligent solutions. When pig spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and you use it for the higher good. Recognize that all faces must be considered, even when they do not fit with what you know already. All facts, I'm sorry, not faces. All facts must be considered, even if they don't fit with what you know. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow pig spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogue, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas of what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear mind thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facets are in, not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with pig spirit, keen intelligence. So that is a gift. The central part of this reading, there's no coincidence. Protection message. Are you ruminating, turning thoughts around and around in your head, but not getting nearer to decision or solution? Pig spirit is here to protect you from analyst paralysis. Let your mind rest and allow your intelligence to mingle with mysteries of intuitive guidance. Releasing your tight hold on facts and unsolved puzzles, whether it be relationship or any other aspect of your life. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else altogether and release your grip or need to know. When your thoughts process are muddied by fear and anxiety, allow pig spirit to lead you back to the right use of your natural intelligence. Take a break, relax, release, and ball for a while, and release that ball of worry. Soon, the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging for information, and more questioning when seeking to learn more. Enjoy the process of using your thinking powers. All the elements of your intelligence are readily guiding you now, once you've given your mind a rest. And when I was reading that, I heard them talking about, or it came to my mind, that right now everybody is like at some level of anxiety and worry because of what is going on in the world with the virus. And it's uncontrollable, and it's something that we've never seen before at this level of things occurring. So it definitely it resonated with me in terms of what's happening and how people are all uptight and how we need to let go of what we think we know. Let go. Just have a question, give it to your mind, and let your intuition intertwine with it. Forget it. Let it go. Trust that your mind will work out the question. But don't try to like go 1, 2, 3 right away. Give it some space and some time to ruminate, to intertwine with all that it is that you don't know, so that when you get the answer, it's appropriate, it's powerful, it's something that you know resonates with you from a deep level. Okay, so that's a good thing. Let go of your worry, give yourself a break, ask the question, but then appreciate that, you know, it's a process and your mind will work it out without you having to figure it out. Okay, so that's pig spirit, and that was the east. So now, next we're going to move to the south, which is representative of the sun. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Another gift. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through all of these cards today. Let's see. Hopefully I can. Freedom is yours. Oracle message. When horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether this means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choice that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being. For there is no one but you to rein in your will, to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long, long time to come. Horses are social animals and know to be a friend of mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse spirit reminds us that the help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companionship will be at your side. Whatever you choose, wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel, life is an adventure, and horse spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have a great spirit within, invincible, yet holding you up and always walking by your side. And it reminds me, they're telling me Sagittarius. So some of you may be Sagittarius or no Sagittarius that are on this quest, this adventure. Sagittarius, there is a horse that represents kind of a horseman that represents Sagittarius, and they're all about travel and moving to different countries, interacting with foreign people, higher knowledge, higher choices, accessing wisdom. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Who? Us? We don't have that. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. I'm going to say that again. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. That right there is a gift. Letting go of the freedom of the need to control can free you. It can be a gift. Protection message. Are you feeling stuck? Has your spirit broken by challenges you have faced? Has your spirit been broken by challenges you have faced? Your current choices may not seem the best, but you are not seeing the clearing ahead where you can break free and run. Wow. Whatever your choice right now, they can lead you to existing freedom, to exhilarating freedom. So trust the guidance of spirit. Horse spirit is here to tell you that adventure calls, and you will soon realize your power is greater than you think. Perhaps your frustration and feelings of being forced in are a result of being too much of a high horse, unwilling to come down to earth to join the herd that wants to support you. Being in control and in charge can be overrated. It's time to loosen up, drop the reins, let go, and prance with the others just for the fun of it. The South, activity, fun, movement, adventure, masculine energy. There we have it. And so next we're going to go to the West. And then the West is owl spirit. You see clearly now. That's card number 43. I like to get a sip of coffee. Yeah, it's cold. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. Owl spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitives are turbocharged, and you are receiving messages from all directions. Our spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what is invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive. With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. And that's important, where they were talking about logic before in the other card. Logic can be holistic or it can be broken down into parts. And when it's broken down on the lower level, there are two names for it which escape me at this point, but forgive me. But basically, there's separated logic and then there's holistic logic. There are two levels. And so when you have the holistic, it's when you include the intuition, when you include the full whole picture, not just the part. So you can logic anything and make sense of it, but it doesn't mean that it's holistic. It doesn't mean that it's universal. But when something is universal, then it stands the test of time. That's the type of logic you're seeking, and that's the type of logic that also requires you use your intuition with it. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the activity of all your senses. Intuition is real and can provide clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Protection message. Are you feeling overwhelmed and overpowered by all that you're sensing, all you highly sensitive right now, and in information overload, feeling too much and taking too much stimulation? The antidote for overwhelm is to become grounded and return to your safe nest. So wisdom can offer you clarity and guide you on managing the flow. Take a break to ground yourself in the reality of your everyday senses. Go for a walk in nature. Perhaps you can stop and lie on the ground or hug a tree, or just stroll down the street beneath the soothing sky, so that you can regroup and clear your energy field. Your wisdom and ability to make sense of all you are feeling and experiencing will return as Owl Spirit reminds you of your need to get clear. There are a lot of ways that you can ground, and it's no joke. I mean, just going out and touching a tree is a way of getting grounded. Where I used to live, my old house, the backyard was, I called it like a Garden of Eden, because it was so beautiful and abundant with, nature. And there was this tree out there that when I took my dog out to walk her, she would run around the yard, and I'd go to the tree and I'd just touch the tree. I just put my hand on it and I close my eyes and I feel the tree, and I feel it down to the roots, and I feel the roots connecting to other roots of other trees that were around. And I knew that it was a collective of trees that I was connecting with, not just that one. And I was seriously grounded. So, there are many ways. Let your intuition guide you to how it is that you need to be grounded. I also practice yoga, sometimes lesser than more these days. But the tree pose is a really great pose to do outside on the ground barefoot. That supports you in grounding. And I used to do that a lot. And for those of you who, have an aversion to walking barefoot on the ground, try to work with that. Try to lessen that aversion and be okay with putting your feet on Mother Earth, because it is a part of you. She is a part of you, and she could help you a great deal. Even if it means that, you know, maybe you have to go to the beach and that's okay, but dirt is different. Now, I don't know, but try to acclimate yourself to working with earth, literally dirt, literally earth. That's so grounding. If you repot your plants, if you garden, all of those activities are excellent for grounding. Nature spirits are very healing. Nature allies are very healing. And when I say allies, I mean things like trees, like plants, like dirt, like air, like sun, like moonlight. Those are allies to us, to support us. They give to us all the time. And they give to all of us. They don't discriminate. They give to everything and everyone on the planet all the time. So be grateful and acknowledge them and start to work with them, and you'll see a great shift in your ability to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel grounded. You'll see a great shift in your anxiety level. It'll go down for sure without meds. Now, I'm not a doctor, so don't stop taking your medicines because I'm saying this, but I am saying that there are additional things that you could do to support yourself in calming yourself, in helping yourself in a natural way. Okay? So, wow, that's owl spirit. And then we have, at the north, mouse spirit. Tend to the small things. And we're in the Chinese year of the rat. So there's a message. Y'all may want to Google the Chinese year of the rat, which is what this is. And, you know, it's like making do with what you got and figuring out how to survive with little, you know, figuring out how to do things differently, but that are efficient and effective, you know, and paying attention to the little things. Mouse spirit, card number 40. Let's see what they're saying here. The humble mouse pays attention to the small details, and mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. You could be dealing with legal stuff, guys. In your engagement, in your energies, no, I'm sorry, in your eagerness, I don't know what's the matter with me, my brain is not processing this morning. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the smallest voice inside you that says, quote, "This doesn't feel right." Again, your intuition. Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too readily dismissed as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do you not understand yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing? When you pay attention to the details. Protection message. Are you too caught up in the details, micromanaging others and stressing out because you want everything to be perfect? Are you procrastinating because you want every detail to be just right and losing track of time and your priorities? Mouse spirit wants you to listen to your intuition that tells you that the details you fear are overlooking are only appear when you stop obsessing. Mouse spirit will lead you to the nuances you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust your guidance. Guidance, if you take a breath and trust your guidance. Wait. Spirit will lead you to the nuances you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust that guidance will be provided. Small gestures carrying great power right now. Remember, we were talking about acknowledging when you walk into a forest, when you walk into a park, asking for a safe passage, you know, when you get into your car, small things. Okay, small gestures carry great power right now, and maybe you need to take action toward discovering what is going on that you may not be seeing, or toward mending a relationship or a situation. Ask a question, do a little research, and listen for mouse spirits, quiet little squeaks telling you, look here and attend to this detail. And that is mouse spirit. And that completes the reading. And all the time as I was going through this reading, they kept saying, this should be, what do you call it? A pick one reading, you know, one where you pick a card and then you get the message. So I'm going to follow this up using these cards and do a pick me spread. I'm probably not saying it right, whatever it is, where you get to look at the cards and choose before you know what they are, and then you pick and then we read, because that's what Spirit is giving me the message of. So I like to thank you for being with me today, and I really would like to close out with an angel card. Messages from the Angel by Doreen Virtue, please. Spirit, here we go. Oh, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. So I think that you need to use your gifts. They're telling me you need to use your gifts in order to look into situations and examine further what you may think to be one thing, but is really something else when you add a new element to the picture to give you a whole perspective. You need to use your intuition when you're doing that. It's very important that you trust yourself, you use all of your senses, and you be very attentive to the little things. Sometimes it's the things people don't say that are the biggest things that matter. Sometimes it's the things that you hear, not the words that people are speaking, but the vibration that's coming to you and telling you that they're lying, or that there's something more, or that whatever. Sometimes you just get vibrations and it hits you. They could be saying something totally different, but you know, because you get the vibration of what they're putting out, that is the truth. Vibrations do not lie. So pay attention, look deeper, use your intuition, combine your great mental abilities with your intuition, give it time, trust yourself, and step like cautiously as you move forward. Use your gifts. All of these are gifts. Use nature, you know, use your mind, use your wisdom. Use your ability to discriminate. That's the message from this card and this whole reading overall. So thank you. Namaste. Please like and subscribe. It does you a world of good in terms of your abundance cycle, and it supports the channel a great deal, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.